Hi, I'm Dave, founder of Halloween Year Round. I'm here with my friend Patrick.
How's it going, everyone?
And we are here at Monster Mania 52 in Oaks, Pennsylvania. You can see is a very rainy day. Although fortunately it's not too cold. So we're gonna have a good weekend. Jess, my wife, and the kids are gonna be joining us later. We're gonna try to meet Robert Englund, Heather Langenkamp, the whole crew from Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors is here.
Got my poster that gets signed right here.
He's got his poster. The whole crew from Terrifier 2 is here.
All right.
We're also gonna try and meet the Crypt Keeper and a few other people along the way. And while we're all doing it, talk to some awesome cosplayers and vendors. So let's go inside. And by that I mean let's wait out here for a couple hours to get in Robert Englund's line. We've been waiting outside for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And we're finally going in.
Are you guys all pre-show?
Yeah. Yeah.
Inside. Check out all the cool stuff.
I'm art cool if that's not obvious today.
I kind of figured you were going with art today.
Can I give you a hand?
Very nice. So,
I got all kinds of goodies.
Art Pool, why are you talking?
Because I'm Deadpool.
How do you reconcile that between a character who's silent and a character that never shuts up?
Because I'm Deadpool, I don't know.
Yeah! Yeah!
Lily, you flying? You're flying!
Hey there, Wonder Woman. Got a Wonder Woman and a Batgirl.
Lily, say.
Girl. And we have money. I kind of rolled it up. That's okay.
So who can I make this out to?
You're doing
We're doing the combo,
Yes.
yeah. The Halloween Year-Round family.
The Halloween year-round.
Yeah.
I'm rolled up. Thank you. Hi. You're so cute. Hi. I didn't see you down there.
We're a family of superheroes.
I love it.
She loved the movie too. I'm kidding. She didn't watch it.
Never know.
We're not that crazy.
Oh, well, it would be a first, so you know.
Look at this beauty. Say hello, woman. Hi. Yeah.
Say hi, Lily.
You are gorgeous. Couldn't find any Sienna costumes. So I was like wondering if it's similar.
Yeah, I don't think any Sienna costumes are out yet.
I don't think so either. But this is what they should be
Next year.
Hey, Lucy. What you doing? The slowest moving space in the entire universe. Slower than any black hole, slower than anything in any dimension discovered and undiscovered, is this line that we are in right now. That people are literally moving to go to other lines to get people while still being in this one.
I was clean shaven at the beginning of this line.
This man was clean shaven. I did not realize you were a fellow lefty.
I am a lefty. Year-round family.
Mm-hmm.
Watch it.
Anyone who's a true lover of the first one.
That is cool. We're only 10% of the population, but 80% of U.S. presidents have been left-handed. There's something to it.
Exactly.
We're like
amazing.
we're like disproportionately
Represented and also in the art world.
Exactly,
too.
yeah. There's something to it. Ready? How does it feel to be the only slasher that didn't go to space? Hey Lucy, how you doing?
Listen, we knew going in that we had to rival, or if we were lucky, surpass the hacksaw scene that everybody seems to love from Terrifier 1. I was trying to find inspiration, and I found a book about Jack the Ripper, and I stumbled across an actual photograph of one of his victims. That was very disturbing, and it was a woman, her remains on a bed, and you couldn't see her face anymore. It was just bone and flesh. It was really disturbing, and I said, that's perfect for Heart the Clown. I said, if we just take that picture and I reverse engineer it and show you how one human being can do that to another human being, that might be a good place to start for this scene that could potentially rival the Hacksaw scene. And then it was just, and I'm very much like Jonathan, being obsessed with the dark side of life, obviously, and being fascinated with our own mortality and monsters and things like that. So yeah, this was the most vulnerable I've ever been as a screenwriter, and I wanted to put as many authentic things in there as much as I could.
It's crazy. It's stupid crazy. Like, people putting me in the same sentences as Laurie Strode, a couple people have said Ripley. I want to vomit from excitement every time, because these are women that I've looked up to my entire life. Like, Laurie Strode is mother final girl, and she can, I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis I just love. But, yeah, what was your question? I don't know. It's wild, and I'm so grateful to have been a part of this, and I'm so happy that Damien wrote such a kick-ass final girl, because it means a lot to horror fans, but also I think women in general. But thank you for it.
Themes like lore and mythos behind them that we still don't know a lot of, but we will find out later. Was all that something that you kind of already had made up for that character going back to like All Hallows Eve, or did it like evolve with the character, movie after movie?
Yeah, it's a good question. It evolves as I go. It was a lot clearer once I made Terrifier who I believed Art was and where I was going to take him. So now I know exactly what he is, where I plan on taking him. But I always say, until it is totally set in stone and it's locked in the editing room and it's out of my hands, I mean, you never know if you're going to be hit by a bolt of inspiration somewhere, and all of a sudden you come up with an idea and you say, oh my God, that's 1,000 times better than the direction I'm currently going in. You still have the opportunity to go down that road.
So, just thank you for letting us, the audience, definitively know that apparently Art goes commando underneath his pants.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
I'm not paying for therapy for anybody.
So I'm here for day 2, and I'm very, very glad that I got all the Terrifier signatures last night. This is what the lines look like now. So today is mostly going to be about talking to vendors, talking to cosplayers, and trying once again to get Robert Englund. They didn't get to our ticket last night. We got tickets again for today. We're gonna try to get him either today or sometime this weekend. If not, we don't, but at least we can say we tried.
I'm not sure either.
Leatherface! Jason! How's it going? Oh shit, he's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me. All right, let's call Freddy Pool. It's you again. I just saw you last night. You look very different.
I was Art Pool.
And now you've got the souls of the damned.
Yes, the souls of the children give me strength.
I see that. So what's the plan for today?
Freddy stuff, I don't know.
Look who I found.
Hey, it's your boy, East Coast Creep.
So once again, we are here with East Coast Creep, debating something else. Now, as I hear, you saw Halloween Ends.
I did.
And you agree that it doesn't deserve all the hate it gets?
No way. It deserves more hate than it gets.
Why do you think that?
It was the worst installment in the Halloween franchise. The entire plot, the Allison Corey Cunningham love story, was shoehorned in there. It was an amalgamation of Friday the 13th Part 5,
Okay.
Romeo and Juliet,
Yeah.
and Twilight.
And Christine.
Christine.
It was a pseudo. So first of all, no, it wasn't worse than Resurrection. It wasn't worse than Busta Rhymes.
If it had a rapper in that movie, it would have been the saving grace.
Like that would have elevated
that
it?
would have elevated.
So no, so in all seriousness, I really liked how Halloween was always about Michael Myers is the shape of evil. So the concept that he is but a vessel and the evil is greater and that the evil can be passed on, that's a cool idea. That my issue with Halloween 2018 was it was just a remake of the first one. This one I didn't agree with, it was like Last Jedi. I didn't agree with all the choices it made, but I admired, like, at least you're trying something different.
I got you, but to that point, you're going to take this entirely new turn in what's supposed to be the last movie in this franchise?
Yes.
That should have been the 2018 movie.
I will admit, yes, that is correct. And it was marketed completely wrong.
Oh, yeah.
The marketing is completely misleading, and I understand that.
Yeah.
So we can agree that it gets credit for trying something, but maybe it wasn't the time or place to do
You
it.
tried something new, but you shouldn't be doing that when this is a 40-year buildup.
Exactly.
It was supposed to be good versus evil.
Yeah, so if they had introduced Corey maybe in 2018
that would've been
and then
great.
built up.
Yes.
I will say though, that opening scene, that little shit had it coming.
Yeah, that was pretty gnarly. At the very
He deserved it.
And then after that,
So, Michael Myers, what is with the trench coat? Is that a new fashion choice? So I'm here with trench coat Michael Myers without his mask, and did not realize at the time that I knew you already.
So you didn't hear the Mr. Molina part?
There was so much noise and the muffling from the mask.
Makes sense.
I didn't pick up on it. So I'm here with Tom Hanks.
1 second. Woo! Yay! I don't know what's going on. Hello, yes, I am Fat Tom Hanks. How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
We go way back to my first convention back in 2015, and you pulled one over on me with that mask.
Hi, I'm Dominic. These are my sculptures. I make all of these little guys by hand. Make a silicone mold, cast them and paint them, and that's how you get these little monstrosities that you see before you. I like horror, I like anime, I like a lot of Japanese video games, and I obviously like to sculpt.
My name is Peter McMahon. Me and my girlfriend, who's unfortunately not here today because she's teaching, started this business up as a upcycling business. I'm a union electrician, and we started making lamps, refurbishing lamps, and then they kind of morphed into making USB lamps and industrial pipe lamps, and it's kind of where it was born. That's how it was born and morphed into what it is today.
Basically, Killer Score is a podcast that I conceived a few years back. I thought about how there's so many cult classic movies out there that have really good scores and soundtracks that like people don't talk about enough. And we all just love sharing our passion for these films, talking about their composers, and hitting you with all sorts of cool trivia about the film as well.
So I'm here at Monster Mania with the real Freddy Krueger. So Freddy, if you're here, who's that imposter in the other room signing autographs?
You know, all I can tell you is souls of the children give me my strength. We'll see you in hell.
Freddy, 2024, Souls of the Children. You heard it here first. So I'm here with Frankenstein's monster, and you just wanted to tell everyone, do a PSA about the dangers of fire. Fire bad. Fire bad, yes. Also, just a message, knowledge is knowing that Frankenstein is the doctor. Wisdom is knowing Frankenstein is the monster.
Hi everyone, Tony from Hack the Movies here. I have a show that takes place in a video store. We talk about movies new and old once a week. It's a lot of fun. We've had guests like Lloyd Kaufman, Joe Bob Briggs, the Blue Meanie, the Angry Video Game Nerd. It's always a good time over here. We have a rotating line of co-hosts. Some of them are right here. Yeah, and it's a great time. You should all subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.
When all the tables to eat at are filled, because there's too many people here, sometimes you gotta get creative and eat at a vendor table that nobody showed up for.
Yeah, sometimes that's how it is.
So if anyone asks what we're selling, for $10, we'll let the next person use the table when we're done. So Patrick, you've been busy getting all of these awesome signatures from the Dream Warriors cast. Who has been your favorite cast member so far?
Well, I have to say Heather Langenkamp is an incredible actress and just very humble. It was great, like, you know, catching up with her. Ira was also great too, like very funny, and like of course we did the Wizard Master. Is it Wizard Master? Is it spell casting?
I'd like to bring to the stage Miss Brooke Bundy. Brooke, come on up. Mr. Rodney Eastman. Rodney! Ira Hayden. Ira, come on up. The killer of killers, Miss Jennifer Rubin. Mr. Bradley Craig. Penelope Sutro. And one of my absolute favorites, the heart and the soul of the Dream Warriors, Ken Sando! And Heather will be joining us in just a couple of minutes.
Every sort of setup was a challenge. You know, the reason that they have so many young people in horror movies is because they really abuse you on set. And I think when I was 19 when I was in Nightmare on Elm Street 3, and I would have done anything to be in a movie. And I think they exploit that to great effect.
Letters are blowing with a fan. They're literally going in our mouth. We're literally choking. And so the challenge was keep your mouth shut, still scream, and don't die. The second one was the challenge of my death scene. Robert had these retractable gloves, and it wasn't retracting one of them, so they put a 2x4 by my chest. So thank God he's a good actor and hits his mark. So the challenge was for me not to go, it hit his mark. Next.
The challenging part was, but it was really fun, was when they made like a cast of my head, because my head was gonna blow up, and they put you in all that clay, and the straws up your nose, so you have to breathe and stuff like that. So maybe just kind of having my head that way. I didn't have my superpower. I should have had my superpower. I was breathing underwater. That was what I was. Yeah.
I think you know what was most challenging to me. I mean, it was creating the what I call like the choreography of the dance, making the veins look painful. And, you know, it was pretty. You know, I shared with some of you that it was real. You know, practical effects. It was nice, great special effects, but it wasn't, you know, some of the technical things they can do today they couldn't do back then. So we really had to, you know, do it ourselves. So it was kind of like interesting with them pulling the veins were tied to an IV stand. Guy was walking backwards alongside the camera, and we had to, you know, make it look taut and not break. And be in pain, and, you know, it was challenging.
In the dungeon, where we had to, it was so hot down there, and I had to pull Rodney up. It was challenging, mainly because I didn't understand it. But once I understood it, everything was okay. So I did pretty good with all my scenes.
That scene was my most difficult scene too, because they had recently painted the set the night before with a lot of noxious paint. So with the increased temperature and the paint, it was really dizzying. And I think Patricia might have almost fainted, and it was super hot. And that was the worst day. It was a reshoot day too. Yeah, it was a reshoot.
So we just had a very successful day 2.
Absolutely.
Patrick finished up all of the Dream Warrior signatures, except for Robert England, who we're still trying to get. He's still working through VIP.
Yeah.
He may not get to anyone but VIP, and if he does, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I'm still happy that I was able to get like everyone who was able to attend for Dream Warriors.
It was the panel was awesome. But before the day was out, Patrick tells me you have not seen Terrifier 2.
No, I have not.
So we are here at the Regal Oaks, literally like in the same development as the Expo Center where the convention is. And we're going to see Terrifier 2.
Yeah.
And we're going to see how disturbed Patrick is by the end of it.
Okay, then.
So what'd you think?
I loved it. I
knew
absolutely loved it. I mean, there's just so many things that I'd love to talk about. Like Art, the character of Art the Clown himself, like he's just so hilarious yet horrifying simultaneously. It's just incredible. Like several of the scenes, like I'm both laughing and also just like in terror simultaneously. It's incredible.
Very few movies can pull that off.
Yeah.
Also, I love how this was like an almost unofficial Monster Mania screen because everyone in there was like came right from the convention.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that was really cool. It's an awesome weekend. There's still one more day. So we'll be back tomorrow.
Yep, looking forward to it.
We are here. It is day 3. Patrick's here.
Hey.
Jess is here. The whole family's here. Lucy, Lily, say hi. They're eating. So, much lighter than it was yesterday. But we still got to check out the Rob Zombie Halloween panel.
That's right.
And today's going to be mostly a shopping day.
Shopping.
Yes. Oh, you want to take a picture? You can hold it. Roar. Lucy, look at me. Go roar. Hey Lily, what are these you got here? You got the Shining Twins? You gonna play with them forever and ever? Lily, where are you going? You got your Shining Twins? Lucy, what are you doing? You got the Shining Twins? And you're making them kiss. So are we shopping for the house or are we Christmas shopping?
I got something for somebody, but also 2 of these are for us.
Is that somebody me? Is that why you're being cryptic?
No.
Oh, okay.
Can I say it, or do you think they'll watch it?
I don't know. Maybe don't,
I'm not
in
gonna
case
say
they
it.
watch it, and then it gives away the surprise. Lucy, what are you looking at? Can you show me one? Show me. Whoa.
Hey, I'm Lance from Toxic Coffin. This is Steven. Steven does all our artwork and these are all the shirts we have. New Halloween and horror apparel. We branched out to a bunch of different fun items too. So we do like some accessory stuff, like air fresheners, and we've been around for about 2 years. This is the first time we've ever been to Monster Mania. We're having a good time. It's fun to be here.
So who are you now?
Michael Myers.
All right.
She's my knight.
Very cool. Lucy, what do you think of him? What's he look like?
She's slowly backing away.
I just bought this from the Buffalo Bills house. Would you kiss me? I would kiss me so hard.
How you doing, everybody? My name is Ilya. We're representing Terrifier today. If you didn't get a chance to come on out and buy any of the stuff, we're going to have everything available on terrifiershop.com. Posters, t-shirts, the cereal boxes, I know you guys want them. So come on down, check it out. And if anything goes out of stock, don't worry, we're restocking. We're seeing everybody's messages. We're here for you, and we appreciate everybody. Thank you.
I remember the first day on the set, and Tyler got in the front seat. You were wearing the jumpsuit. I don't think you had your mask with you, but you smelled like Streaks and Tips. You know, like the spray they spray on your clothes to make you dirty. And that smell I hadn't smelled in 20 years. And you got in the car and I was like, oh my God, I am transported back to Halloween 5.
But every morning we'd come to set and he'd go, how do you want to kill somebody today? You know? And it was like,
This is an actor seasoned. You see that? Seasoned actor, she knew exactly what to do.
It's the cover up. But no, yeah. So I mean, working with Rob was just fantastic. And going back to that bedroom scene before her death, I think we had a dresser drawers, we had the bed and some other stuff. She was pulling up the chest of drawers and throwing them at me, and that was amazing. We smashed everything.
I'm so sorry, Tyler. I remember in the first Halloween I had this, I was so proud of myself. I had Tyler's handprint on my arm, so it was like the inside of my arm. It was here, hold up your hand. It was that on my arm. I was like, yes, look at that handprint, Tyler. That's so cool, like we did it. I mean, he's a force to be reckoned with. You know, I think watching him navigate the studios and still trying to keep it together on set and allowing himself to be creative and do what he wants to do and pushing that a little bit. It was difficult to watch, you know. And me, directing, and as a woman, I find that I've been in those situations too, where you're like, you don't know where you stand and what you can say, can't say, and you want to remain, want to keep control and do your movie, but it's a balance. So I think he balanced it honestly.
You know, luckily I didn't realize how big the fan base was. It's the same thing like with when I did X-Men. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize how big that fan base was. You know, I knew that it existed and it was out there, and then afterwards I kind of, caught wind of how big it was. And the same thing with the Halloweens. I know there'd be a lot of Halloweens, but what I didn't realize is how fanatical the fans are, until we started filming, and fans would be showing up trying to figure out what we were doing. And I mean, a lot of die-hard crazy fans. I'm like, holy shit, this is...
Well, she apologized for not knowing my work and for being rude. And then she was kind enough to send my kids a bunch of her books. So, and out of all the books she sent, actually, she sent the David Gordon Green's Halloween. And that's the one my kid wanted to read. And I walked in and my mom was reading it to him. And it's not a kid's book. So it's like 3 pages in, it's like, child Michael grabs a knife out of his drawer and stabs his sister. And I was like, put that down. My mom goes, what the fuck is this? I was like, it's not a kid's book. Jesus Christ. And of course my son's like, no, I want to read it. I want to read it. I want you to read it. I was like, we're not reading this. They're not reading this. I didn't know that this was what was going on. So it's all good.
What's going on, YouTube? John Wiz. Welcome to Wiz's Groceries. What you see before you is the genesis was being on lockdown with a little bit of inspiration, coupled with a little bit of depression. And I decided to exercise those thoughts. And what I did is I take recycled materials and recycled items. So cans, containers, and I cut them open. I use an A&B sculpting resin on the inside, and what you see here in the teeth texture, in all of my teeth, and any of this texture here is melted down recycled plastics. Everything you see in front of you here is an eco brick.
So, how much of the Christmas shopping have you done today so far?
I got at least a good 3-4 people done.
That's good. That's good.
Or at least, yeah. So.
And in case they're watching this, we're not going to say who they are.
No.
But is one of them me?
One of them is you.
Ooh. Well, it has been a very long but very fun 3 days.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, we did not get to meet Robert Englund. As you can see, that is his line. Even now on Sunday, as it's closing down, he still has that line. We're just going to have to get him. I've heard we got to go to a non-horror convention, like another pop culture one, where he's not like the headliner, but he's just a guest there, and it'll be a lot easier to get in and not have to wait all day. But had a lot of fun this weekend. Got a lot of really cool stuff. Got some shirts. Jess did some Christmas shopping. I know she got me some things. Met a lot of cool people. Saw a lot of cool panels. What was your favorite part of the weekend?
I have to say the Dream Warriors panel for sure. It was just incredible to see all of them up together, and I got a chance to ask as a question to them, what was the most challenging aspect for you, the film of the Dream Warriors? There were some excellent answers.
Oh yeah.
It was just really incredible. Like, I loved meeting each and every one of them, getting my poster signed for Dream Warriors 3, and just, I had such a wonderful time. I really mean that.
So, great weekend. We saw Terrifier 2 while we were at it. And I think the most inspiring thing to me this weekend was a lot of the vendors I was talking to were telling me just about how, like, 2020, the whole world went on lockdown. And a lot of the vendors were saying how, that was a very kind of stressful, anxiety-ridden time for them, but that they took that and then turned it into the creative pursuit, that they were selling. And I thought that what a cool, inspired, that's what horror, that's what fandom does. They take the stressful, the rough parts of life and turn it into something cool and creative. And that's why we're all here. So that is the very inspiring note I will leave you on. Thanks for watching. Were you at the convention? Leave a comment below if you saw us. We will be back. There aren't, sadly, no more conventions for the rest of the year that I know of, but Monster Mania and others will be back come like March. So we'll definitely be back at those. Like, share, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. If you don't, you may end up like one of Art the Clown's victims. And I think we know how terrifying that is. And as always,
every day
is
Halloween.
He said it.